G'day everybody and welcome back to Starcub Review. I'm your host as always, Starcub, and as you would have guessed, this is my final review for DRAGONAGE, the VEILGUARD. Yes, say what you like about it. I've had so many people just being really awful about it. There's so many, it's so divisive, there's so many things going around about it that has pretty much people really enjoying it and other people really hating on it. Some that I just think are just absolutely bloody ridiculous at the end of the day. People that just hate on it because they can and they're not even playing it, which in itself is just ridiculous. I find that just absolutely pathetic. And then of course you've got others like supporters that really enjoy the game like myself. But really, before we get into it, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone new to my channel that is brand new, looking at my videos and stuff. I really appreciate it. To everyone returning, you know I all love and appreciate you. It's been absolutely fantastic to see everyone commenting, liking, although I've got so many dislikes on my game update about DRAGONAGE the VEILGUARD, 28 to be exact, and I just think, oh my goodness, it's just, I really honestly cannot believe the amount of hate that BioWare and Electronic Arts have gotten with DRAGONAGE the VEILGUARD. But you know, it is what it is. My experiences after 80 hours of playing it, my first playthrough, done. Got majority of missions in that complete, although I missed some purely for the fact that in the game you have got a wide range of missions, submissions, faction missions, quest missions to do with your companions, and it's all connected to certain things and consequences for certain events that play out in it. You have to make a choice at a certain point within chapter 6 that either locks you out of one companion's entire quest, not entire quest line, but towards the end it'll lock you out of certain events that you cannot complete it. And on the other hand, if you pick the other option, you get to finish that person's entire quest, but there's certain things within their faction as well that can't be completed. So that's one of the consequences for it. I really enjoyed that aspect of it, although it is a little bit perplexing as to why that choice was made. But then again, it works for the story, so it was done well. Now, in terms of the game as a whole, I thoroughly enjoyed it. For my 80 hours, I was very well money spent on the Xbox Series X for DRAGONAGE the VEILGUARD. I've gotten my money's worth out of it. All I gotta do now is I'm doing a second playthrough now as a mage, and I'm gonna get the last of I'm gonna make different choices in different situations this time to unfold the story in a different way and unlock the other side that I missed with a certain companion. And all I need is 5 trophies left in certain spots, and then I'll have all achievements done, and that's 100% done. But my first playthrough, 80 hours, absolutely fantastic. Say what you will about this game, it has been so critical. People have just been so critical about it. There's a lot of hate about it, a lot of decisions and stuff that were made in this game. Yes, I full-heartedly agree. I full-heartedly understand where a lot of people are coming from in terms of it's not up to par like Dragon Age Inquisition. It's not like Baldur's Gate 3. Although Dragon Age is more linear as opposed to open world, you can go anywhere you want. Within those linear spaces, you can go from here to there, and there are big areas that you can go within the game as it progresses. It's more linear. It's a more linear Dragon Age. It's not an open world one, which I understand that, but it was very well played out as linear. Did give you freedom, although I will agree with a lot of people, it's not the dialogue in it. There's not a lot of options, and there should have been a ton more options to go down this route or that route. So I will agree with people there. A lot of people have grievances that the characters are just written bad, look bad. I don't agree. I do not agree. The characters are fantastic. The best part, I think, in Dragon Age, the VEILGUARD, is some of the companions' personal quest lines are absolutely amazing. Hands down, amazingly written. Especially Emmerich's, especially. His storyline is just one of the best I have ever seen in a video game. Absolutely amazing soundtrack, and people will know if they've played it and are playing it and they're in Emmerich's quest line. The music the music leading up to certain boss fights in Emmerich's is just, it goes hard and it's incredible. His was one of my favorite. So was Nev's. Nev's was an amazing quest line. Her complete quest line was amazing. Same with Lace Harding's. Tasha's was good. I really liked hers. Although a lot of people are going to really disagree because, this whole, they're smashing non-binary in our faces, blah, 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 blah. They're pushing an ideology. They're pushing an agenda in a, medieval fantasy game. It is medieval fantasy. I get that. I understand that. It's not like Dragon Age Inquisition. It's completely different. I liked Dragon Age Inquisition, although I never completed it personally because there are a lot of things about Dragon Age Inquisition that I just could not stand. And I ended up not finishing it because one of my biggest gripes about Inquisition was the fact that to do certain quests and whatnot, you had to get your power level up. And it was just, it was horrible. And for certain missions later on that you had to get the story progressing, you had to go and do all these other missions to get your power level up to be able to do those mainline missions, and it was annoying. So I never finished it. But coming into Dragon Age, the VEILGUARD, I was amazed. It's hand down. It's a brilliant game. The gameplay mechanics is fun and amazing, where you can do all sorts of combos, detonations. You've got weak points where you can make more damage. You can mix and match abilities together to give off detonations with other companions during the story. Like I said, the companion storylines are some of the best well-written stuff. The main story was amazing. The ending missions, pretty much you have to have everything done at a certain point before you get to chapter 11. After chapter 11, you're pretty much locked into the final missions of the game. 14 chapters. You're pretty much locked in from chapter 11 onwards to the ending. And those from chapter 11 to chapter 14 are some of the best written, intense battles I have seen in a video game. Very well written. Some of the writing like hits you hard when you get to sad points in the game. Literally made me want to cry because it's very well written, and I know a lot of people are gonna laugh, are gonna disagree, and that's okay. I get that. That's fine. But what I really don't understand is all this hate and negativity that people have towards this game, where some people are not even giving it a chance. And I completely understand there's LGBTQ out there that will not agree with me full-heartedly on certain subjects. Like, there is a non-binary character in it. There is it does teach it in a way. The character can come off a little cringe. I will understand that. Yes, some of the writing does come off a little cringe. So they don't get away with that. It is a little cringe, but it's fun cringe. In a way, it's wholehearted cringe. It's like, oh, that's really corny, but you roll with it. And look, it's made me see a different side of this particular character, Taj. And she was fun. She was very well written. Although a lot of people are going to disagree, it comes off like she's pushing some ideology onto players and stuff like that. There's no freedom of choice to go down a certain path. Now, I've not played Baldur's Gate 3, and I don't know how extensive all those choices are to lead you to romance choices and to lead you down this path for consequences here and consequences there. I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, so I don't understand all of that. And I don't plan to, really. But my personal experience, I really, really enjoy Dragon Age the Veilguard. Characters are very well written, although I will agree, yes, there are points where it could have extended more. We could have gotten more dialogue choices, like a lot more dialogue choices to give us more flexibility in terms of how characters interact and stuff like that. But the dialogue that was given, the characters are well written, the story's intense, and it is great to see Solus is involved in it a lot in this one. And wow, his story in this is incredible. Incredible. Some of the best parts is with Solus as well, and just seeing him interact is it's incredible. I'm not saying the game is a masterpiece. By far, it is not a masterpiece. But BioWare and Electronic Arts have done an amazing job with it, and I'm sorry if people don't agree with it, don't hate it, and think that I'm talking gibberish, but I'm talking to the people that have enjoyed it, are enjoying it, and the people that are on the fence about it. I'm giving my opinion on it, and there are certain things that, yes, I feel like it could have been done better here, it could have been done better there. The small linear areas could have been expanded upon more, and I will agree, there should have been a lot more areas to go to in Dragon Age the Veilguard, but for the areas that you have within the story, fit the story, so majority of it works out that way. You've got factions to level up, so that added to my run time as my play time, because I did a lot of side quests, I did a lot of faction quests, I did a lot of personal companion quests, and it all adds to it. It really does add to it, but while I will agree, the romance options are a little lacking. I feel like they really should have, they've done the main characters. You can romance the main characters, your companions, but then outside of that, you should have been able to romance other NPCs, the NPCs, like the different faction leaders or characters within the world of Dragon Age, and I feel like that's where they lacked. But it is an incredible game. The game mechanics is one of the best game mechanics I have played, where you bring up this wheel in mid-battle and you can pick to do a combo with another companion, and they will either apply something and then detonate at the same time. You can add certain attacks in, you can command them. Although your companions are not fully, you can't control them, you can give them commands, which is what I liked. And the gameplay is quick, it's fun, it's explosions here, all sorts of attacks, sparkly things going everywhere. It's incredible game mechanic, and I really, really thoroughly enjoyed it. The game pieces that come with it, rings and all of that, that gives off certain effects for your character and your class, is very well done as well, although not as extensive as Inquisition's, and the crafting side of it is now gone, which didn't bother me so much because the crafting in Inquisition was a big pain in the ass. It really, really was. So I'm glad the whole crafting side of it wasn't there, but although I understand why a lot of people loved that option, because you can craft an armor to your liking and add this and add that and stuff like that. But there is a sort of crafting in this, like upgrading system that you can put in enchantments on later on to your weapons and items and all of that that you find throughout the world to give you more of a boost and that in battle. So there's all of that too. But at the end of the day, I really thoroughly enjoyed Dragon Age the Veilguard. Is everything positive with my experience with it? No. There are some things, like I said, that could have been improved upon, but I'm not bashing this game at all, because as far as I'm concerned, I didn't see any sort of ideology being pushed onto people at all, like a lot of people assume. Didn't, you know, a lot of people said that there were characters that just looked ugly and just should not be in a video game, and I really do say to those sort of people that really do bash a video game, don't even give it a try, look at other people's reviews and go, oh, I'm not going to watch that, or I'm not going to play that because that character just looks horrible. I say to those YouTubers that it is very, very disappointing, and especially with a lot of high-profile YouTubers out there that do this, that bash on something, but then, you know, a few days later or on launch and whatnot, they've actually bought the game themselves and they're playing it and they're still bashing the shit out of it and really giving awful opinions and just bashing it simply because they don't understand. And you know what? I don't have any qualms with that. I really don't. Each to their own. You can have that, but don't lie to your audience and give off this vibe that just because you don't like it doesn't mean someone else has to follow your review and start bashing on it, because I've seen a lot of people do that. I've seen a lot of comments. I've seen how awful some of the comments are on these high-profile YouTubers' accounts with their videos on Dragon Age. It's horrible. It really, really is. And me as a gamer, I feel like myself that those types of YouTubers are lying to themselves. They really are. It's pathetic. It really is sad that they've resorted to using language like, oh, this is so woke. Oh, no, you're woke because you like this. And, oh, they're just ugly. You know, why can't we have beautiful, you know, characters with big bosoms and nice butt and all of that, when really is that what gamers are really reduced to these days, where to get the point across you have to bash a video game developer and studio to the point where all these negative reviews come out for it, and that's why a certain game flops, because it doesn't meet your expectations, or it doesn't meet your guidelines for a video game. And I say to those YouTubers, fuck it. Like, seriously, if that's how shallow gamers have become these days, where everything has to be top notch, has to be beautiful, can't have any imperfections, can't have small boobs, can't have small, you know, can't look just like a normal, can't just look normal, they all have to be beautiful. It's just, I really don't understand why people are like that. I really, really don't. And it's sad that these high-profile YouTubers resort to lying to themselves, but also lying to their audience, because that's not fair. For a small gamer like myself and YouTuber like myself, I see these videos constantly coming onto my channel from YouTubers that I don't even want to watch their videos because the negative bullshit that comes out of their mouths is horrible. It's complain this, complain that. Oh, this is not done properly. They even watch a trailer to it, you know, when it was at the Game Awards and whatnot. And just by looking at a trailer and seeing the gameplay, they're like, oh, it's shit. I'm not going to watch that. I'm not going to play that. But I can guarantee ya, those YouTubers that complain like that, buy the fucking game anyway and play it and still bash the shit out of it. Because they didn't enjoy this, they didn't enjoy that. Oh, they're pushing an ideology onto you. I'm not pushing any ideology onto anybody. Everybody can make up their own goddamn mind what they enjoy, what they dislike, what they hate, and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I'm giving my opinion, and I'm putting my opinion out there for people that are afraid and are just on the fence about Dragon Age, the VEILGUARD. Don't listen to the haters, guys. Really don't listen to them, because at the end of the day, I made up my own mind, and I bought it, and it's the best money I could have spent, to be honest. Dragon Age is a very well-written game, has its cringy moments, but BioWare and Electronic Arts have done an amazing job with it. Yes, it's different. I will give you that. So it's not for everybody. I will agree. I'm just saying, for all those haters out there, for all those high-profile YouTubers out there that really are lying to themselves and lying to their audience about about Dragon Age, it's not that bad. It is not that bad. I just honestly, I cannot understand why people cannot get past this ideology that they think that they're trying to implant into people's minds and whatnot. They've gone out of the box. They've really tried to express certain characters in a different way that some people can relate to, and I can understand. If someone relates to Tasha's character, that's fantastic. And it's great to see that that is in a video game. Although some moments are cringy, yes, I will agree. It doesn't happen like that in real life. But you can relate to that character. And certain things about that character I resonated with. I felt like I really did see a new side and a different side to a non-binary person. I really, really did. And if someone is offended by that and is like, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about, or he's pushing some ideology, blah, blah. Nah, fuck yeah. Nah. Because it really did open my eyes to someone who is non-binary, doesn't feel like this, doesn't feel like that, but they're in a spot there where they feel comfortable, and they go and it's fine. It really, really is. I have no issues with that. It's great to see, especially in a fantasy game, a medieval fantasy game, although a lot of people will call me out and say that this wasn't medieval, it was more cartoonish. No, it's still medieval. It's still set in that age. So, sue me. I don't really care. But for all those that are enjoying Dragon Age, I really, really do applaud you. It is absolutely fantastic. I've had a ball with it. I'm 23 minutes into this video. But hey, you know what? I wanted to share my thoughts. It's great. There's pros, there's cons, although the pros highly outweigh the cons. And it's really only small things that were cons that could have been added here. Although I really do feel like this game now should well and truly get DLC, because wow, I want to see more. It left me feeling more, and the ending really does pull on the heartstrings. It honestly does. And for those that have gotten to the end, let me know what you thought about the ending, because I thought the ending was amazing. I haven't gone for the secret ending yet. That's what I'm currently doing in my second playthrough to get. But I really do hope down the track that they make DLC for this game, because I really want to see more from these characters going forward. But other than that, Thanks so much, guys, for tuning in. I know this is a long one, and I know I'm doing a little ranting and raving here, but honestly, for those that like Dragon Age and are really, really enjoying the VEILGUARD, hands down to you guys. It's an impressive game. I really, really liked it. What do I rate it out of 10? I give it an 8 out of 10. Absolutely fantastic. BioWare and Electronic Arts have done a fabulous job, and I don't care what those big YouTubers say, and I don't give a shit what other YouTubers say that bash on this game because they can and they think it's woke bullshit. I think you're all delusional, and I think you're all wrong. And that's just my personal opinion. But other than that, thanks so much, guys, for tuning in, and I will see you all with another video very, very soon. All right, guys. Ciao.